John Wayne B.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, look. Too hot, the haters know they can't fade us. Headed to the top, just stay tuned for the latest. Soon as the episode drop, they gotta play us. All I know is we got the flavor.
What's up? It's your boy Los LOS from the Flava Podcast. You are listening and watching the Flava Podcast. And we have today, for the first time ever, Jasmine is on the table. What's up, Jasmine?
Hey, what's up?
How's your day going?
It's going. I went to church. I got some good food, and yeah, I'm here now. I'm here for some good conversation.
You got some good food. Where'd you go for food?
You know what? I went to a tavern. It's called THT Tavern.
THT.
It's like a Milwaukee, and dang, I don't know the other street, but it's is it Diversity? I think so. But it's fire. It's like a small little like dive-in bar type place. I like those type of places.
So
get a good burger, get some like nice beers.
Did you eat a burger?
I did. They
Okay.
had bacon on it. And they have like their own like
You had a
little
bacon
sauce.
burger?
Yeah.
So you like your cow and your swine together?
I suppose. I suppose if you want to put it that way. But it's so
And put
good.
some dairy on there too. So give me some cheese.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with a burger.
Okay. Was it like a smash burger?
Yes, it
was?
was. Yeah.
You know what? I've been wanting to go to this place. I forgot the name of it, but they have like a jibarito smash burger.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? They get creative. Because I even seen like some places they try to do like Puerto Rican sushi. Have you seen that?
I have.
And then they like roll it up, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. But they try to make it look aesthetically pleasing.
But look, think about it. It's just rice, and then let's say they put a little spam in the middle of it. I'll eat that
Yeah.
all day long. Throw some ketchup on there, girl. Take me back to when I was 7.
Yeah. I see that. Yeah.
So how do you feel being on the table? This is your first time.
Man, I feel good. I feel comfortable. I'm ready to just have a good conversation. I'm good. I feel good.
Are you a talker?
I am.
I know your boyfriend just said that.
I talk a little too much, but I mean, if it's a good conversation, I'll keep it
We
going.
need talkers. I am a talker too. My wife will tell you that I am a talker too. So we need talkers when you're
Good.
podcasting,
Good.
right? You got to keep the conversation going.
For sure.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
So you're in the right place. She's in the right place, y'all. She's in the right place, and I'm glad I met her. I actually met her from church. We go to church together. We go to church together, and her children and her nephew
Yeah.
come here for podcasting.
They do. It's amazing. It's really like just to kind of see them like step into something that they're excited about. It's beautiful because like it's hard to kind of get a grasp on what like your kids are into, but like when they're in an environment where they could sit down at a table and they could like conversate and then they share their opinions and like what's important to them, it's like okay, I like that, and it builds confidence in what they have to share and what they have to talk about. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited. It's going to be a work in progress, but I'm excited for what's to come.
Yeah.
It's going to be something.
I can tell you're excited because you took the pictures and the videos of them.
Yeah, I'm promoting them already. Those are my babies. It's going to happen.
Jacob and Matthew and Ethan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are great kids. They're learning fast.
Yeah.
They're learning fast, which I like because then I'm not getting those phone calls later on. How do you plug this in?
Yeah. But you know what? It's just where the future is going. Like, literally, everything's going to be technology-based. Like, I feel like if you either get into computers or coding or whatever it is, that is where the future is.
Yeah.
And if you want to make, like, money, that's just where it's going.
Yeah. And if you're not into AI, I am sorry, ladies and gentlemen, get into AI because if you don't, you're going to be left behind. AI is the new computer, right? Back in the 70s when the computer came out, everyone was going crazy about these computers, saying these computers were the devil. They know too much. They got over it, right?
I love ChatGPT. Like, it is
I use
my
it all the
best
time.
friend.
I'm going to use it right now for his contract that I'm making for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to jump on the AI. It's just now, it's not the devil. It's just what's going on in life now. AI is kicking in. You have to adapt.
Yeah, you have to adapt and you have to catch up. Or if not, you're just going to be left behind. And then how do you do this? How do you do that? So
Right.
you got to step into what's coming.
But I do miss kids learning how to write in cursive.
Yeah, me too.
Because I do
They don't
my
teach that in
signature.
school anymore.
No, they're done with that. Yeah, it's bananas.
Yeah.
And then the calculators are. They used to bring them in like the last year of high school or the second year of junior year. Now they're bringing them in the elementary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're in there.
Okay.
You're buying that Texas, what it's called, Texas Instrument.
I don't know. I mean, my boys haven't had to use it yet.
Get ready. 6th grade, 7th grade. Yeah. Because right now they're in what grade?
They're in 4th. They're going to be going to
grade.
5th next
So get
year.
ready. You have to buy that $30, $40 Texas Instrument.
Yeah. No, trust me. They come home with their homework, and it's like, I have not done long division since I was in school. So I'm like, how do I have to like retrain my mind to remember how to do long division? So
Yeah.
so I'm like, wait, hold on, give me a second. And then I'm on my calculator.
ChatGPT, you're ChatGPT?
I'm like, and then when their homework comes back, like, oh, they need to study better. I'm like, dang, I did their homework. Like, nah. No, they do their homework.
I wish I could get my mom to do that when I was a kid, bro. She would not.
I'm like, man. And then, you get that trauma. Because I remember, like, growing up, my mom would be like, 50 cents, but 50 cents. Like, what is it? And I'm like, like crying at the table. Like, it's like that yelling, and then you got to learn how to do math. And now I see myself churning slowly into, like there's only so much patience where you're like, man, like, I'm about to snap.
Man, I remember as a child. Wow. Mom, I love you. I love you, Mom. As a child getting hit over the head and told a certain word that she now asked for forgiveness because math was bad for me. I was horrible. History, got it. Down. Got it. Love history. Social studies, my thing. Math?
Stressful.
2 + 2, 7. No. 2 + 2, 8. I had to figure out the number.
Yeah.
I was like, she goes, no, go the other way.
Oh my
6, no.
And it just gets like, man,
Ding.
how many times do I got to explain this to you?
Yeah.
But it takes a lot of patience.
Yeah.
It takes just a lot of patience and understanding. And sometimes it's like, okay, like you yelling is not going to get the message across, but you just got to slow it down.
So a little history about yourself and the kids.
Yeah.
So you got 2 kids. What's so special about those 2 kids of yours?
What's so special about them? They just changed my whole entire life. Yeah, I had them young. I was 19 years old. And I had to grow up pretty fast.
You're 19?
Yeah, I was 19.
Really?
Yeah.
Your mother? Mm-hmm. Girl, you're a girl with your mama?
Yeah, I was 19 years old.
You were like going out the window or
well,
something.
I had a whole, my life was just crazy, But I was always like a good person at heart, right?
Word.
And then I had to find my way back. So, but my boys, I think they definitely they came for a reason. And I don't know, they just transformed my whole entire life. That's why they're so important to me, because if it wasn't for them, I would not have the drive to be the person that I am today.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I say that with your mom because I know our moms are so strict.
Oh, yeah. But I think the stricter the parent, the more you want to I think it causes the opposite effect.
Yeah, the more you want to jump out of windows.
Right.
Like I did.
Out of windows. That's crazy.
I jumped out of windows. Second story.
I used to climb fences.
You used to climb
what
fences?
Were we doing? What were we doing?
Being out, we're not supposed to be out.
Yeah.
Well, with my mom, it was a little difficult because my mom was not home.
Yeah.
She worked 2 jobs and went to school. So the neighborhood would put us in sleep. Like the next door lady would put us, my mom would have her make sure that we're in bed at a certain time or whatnot, because she had to go to school, to become the person that she is today, which is an amazing person. But, we missed out on mom when we were kids.
I could see that.
But the neighborhood really, back then, when people said the neighborhood takes care of the kids, they did. Back in my days, in the 80s,
it takes a village.
it took the
It
village,
really does.
and the village took care of us. And when we had to be reprimanded and rebuked, the neighborhood did it. And my mom was like, "Going, good that it happened."
Yeah, yeah.
And I love that neighborhood. And I look back and I'm like, we need more of that. We need more of those people looking out for our kids on the street sometimes. And I don't mean by streets like they're doing something bad, but just out in the street, like in the playgrounds and whatnot. Everyone looking out for each other's kids, and that's what they did back in the day when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Way before your time. Way before your time.
No, but you know what? Even talking about technology, there is I think I was born in a great time period because it was like that transition between. So I was born in the 90s.
In the 90s?
You're like. No, but I was born in the 90s, and I was like in that era where it was like.
Well, wait a second, before. I'm glad you said that.
What?
But the special thing I want you to say about your kids is that they're twins.
Yeah, they are twins.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, why are they important to me? I got all deep.
Sometimes the way I speak is just throws people off.
Yeah, no, they're twins, and they are the most funniest kids ever. Like literally, but they do have their own personalities. That's like what I love about them. Is I try my hardest not to bunch them together and like compare a lot because they are their own person. But yeah, they're like they're best friends, but they're also like their worst enemies. Like they're just always back and forth with each other. But yeah,
That's just being brothers.
And then my sister, me and my sister were pregnant at the same time.
Okay.
So we had our boys at the same time.
So you guys were both jumping out the windows at the same time?
Well, no, my sister was a little bit more like established. She's older than me.
Okay.
So, but no, we had all our boys. So it was 3 boys growing up together, and they're like all best friends. So it's all 3 of them all the time.
They are. And when they're here, you can see they love each other.
Yeah, they got a bond.
They're a team.
That's how it was with me growing up. I had a whole family. Like, I didn't really have that many friends because I had all my cousins. So it was like,
How many cousins?
I don't even know. Like, we just would
a
show
whole
up to
bunch?
parties every weekend and then be running out, in the yards and the alleys in Hubble Park, like just playing. And that was my friends. That was my my family.
I love when you say running around in alleys in Humboldt Park
Yeah.
because that was our childhood.
Yeah.
We ran around in front of the house, in the alleys, and gangways.
Exactly. And then when it got dark outside, your mom's like, "Come back home!" Like you gotta get back.
My mom used to yell from the 3rd floor building we used to live at. People already know my nickname, so I'm gonna say it. She used to scream out, "Pucho! Pucho!" We're all the way in Columbus School in the playground, and everyone's saying, "Yo, your mom's calling you."
And you gotta come.
We gotta come fast.
Did you ever get those phone calls where like,
We had
you
no
didn't have
phones back then, girl.
Okay, so I guess that
Then
was
we
my
had the
time period.
cuckoo.
I used to get the phone calls where she'd be like yelling, and then you're smiling like, yeah, I'm coming home, and then the whole time she's like going in on you. No, you never had that.
No, because you made me feel like really old right now. She said a phone call. We had
yeah.
smoke signals.
That's crazy. Yeah.
But
My first
you-
phone was a Razor. I had the purple Razor,
Ah,
the flip
okay.
phone. I thought it was so cool.
I think I was in my 20s when those came out.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm viejo.
Yeah. I was in maybe 5th grade.
Damn, I'm real viejo. Oh, boy. So I'm glad people are getting to know you as they're watching. As your first time, you can see we're laughing a lot. So this is working out. This is working out really good. Liz is not here today. Liz is feeling under the weather. So when Liz is not here, or sometimes when Liz is here, you'll be seeing Jasmine here filling those shoes or just having a seat and having a conversation with us. So we want to get into the hot topics.
Yeah.
You know how to do it. You know how we do it.
Hot topic. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm thinking about hot
So we
pockets.
did- Everybody says hot pockets.
I'm like, I don't know how you say it. What do you say?
It's hot topics when we say it together.
Oh, okay,
So we
okay.
go, you ready? You ready? And then we go, hot topics. So what is your hot topic for today?
You know what? I know it's played out already. We've kind of like got diddied out, but I am gonna bring up Cassie's husband. Cassie's husband throughout this whole trial with like Diddy and Cassie and coming to court. I'm just like so amazed that like this guy just standing by his wife's side. Can you imagine like being this man in the courtroom, listening to his wife share like intimate details about like all the trauma that she had to face, and then like he's not budging, he's not moving because he's so confident in his woman, like super supportive. I think there was a time where I think Cassie was testifying and she was like talking about how she got to a point where she was like very suicidal. Like she was like ready to end it all. She's like, she kind of had it all. She was gonna walk in front of a bus. She asked her husband like, "Can you take care of our kids without me?"
This is after all the everything that happened.
No. So this is like before, like she kind of like, so she got married, she moved on with her life, and I guess she's kind of like built up everything that was going on inside.
Well, that's
of her.
what I was trying
like
to say.
She, kinda,
She was going through this suicidal episodes after everything
right.
happened.
Oh yes, after, but the court didn't happen.
Right. I'm just talking about after.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So it was kind of like building up inside of her, and then she kind of just got to a point where she was like, do you think you could just take care of our children without me being here? Because she was like ready to kind of like end it all.
Yeah.
She ended up going to therapy, and then that's when she started to like unpack everything that was like she was experiencing and everything that she held in for so long.
Yeah.
And then she said that she got a piece of paper and she just started jotting down everything that happened to her, and she ended up writing a book. And she ended up like getting her attorneys or whoever to like give it to Diddy and his attorneys.
So
and
that's
she was
how
giving,
this happened.
yeah, she was giving him opportunity. She just wanted him to read her words. That's how it started. She just wanted to kind of like, hey, this is what you did to me, and this is what I experienced. And he didn't take her serious. He was kind of like laughed it off. Then the lawsuit came, the first lawsuit where she was trying to sue him.
Yeah.
And then I guess he kind of like gave her money to like pay it off. Long story short, it got federal to like this like big old like Cassie and Diddy case.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even only about Cassie because there's like
there's-
multiple people
Yeah.
that were victims. But yeah, like all that to say, like I'm just like, man, her husband had to be a strong man to like listen to her in the first place, like back before the book, back before all this, to like hear all this about her past and then be so accepting and like, I'm still gonna stand here and support you. Like imagine all the details that came out, and then you're just like,
that's crazy.
Oh, you got to go home with that. But imagine how relieving for her to just kind of like this was my past. This is what it is.
Let the world know now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy for me because I did hear some of it and whatnot, and I would say, yeah, she was a victim, definitely a victim. But there's people that, I can't say that without victim shaming because I don't want to sound like a jerk.
Saying that she wanted the money.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, it's like you're doing all this now. You got the money. Are you just trying to hurt Diddy now? Are you were not done with the money?
I don't know.
You want to ruin him now.
I don't know what her intentions could be, but I think from a mother's perspective, right? Because I'm a mom, and I think we all have lives before we even had kids, right? So I think like when you're being that vulnerable and sharing like dark places that you've been in, and your kids are like gonna grow up and they're gonna hear like how popular like this case was. They're gonna hear those details, and it's like, did you really want to put yourself out there in front of your children, in front of your husband,
especially
in a moment, things that she was doing like that? If it was just like offer money.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, to me, I'm like, I would not put myself in that type of situation if it was just payback. You know?
Just some people do the payback thing.
No, for sure.
That's what I was getting at. Some people just do the payback thing. I'm gonna ruin him, period. So first I'm gonna get his money, and then I'm gonna ruin his career.
Yeah.
You know,
crazy.
That's kind of where I'm like, where was that? I'm like, okay, now you're trying to ruin his career, but at the same time, you're talking about things that you did, and you're showing text messages, and it sounds like you were into it too, but at the same time, you're saying I was brainwashed.
Right. I think she had to pretend. She had to play the role.
Because she did say she was in love with him.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact, people that are in love with other people do stupid things, just to keep that person. I need to keep them, so I'm gonna do this horrible thing that I don't like, but just to make that person happy, I will.
I feel like with domestic violence victims, though, I feel like you could be just stuck in a cycle for so long, where it's hard for you to kind of like distinguish, oh, am I happy? Am I not? Like, okay, or like you'll be rewarded afterwards. After the abuse, like you'll be rewarded, and then it's like, oh, he's treating me so good again.
Yeah.
So, and it's kind of like you're playing like mind tricks with somebody.
It's like a pimp mentality. How pimps get the women to
definitely
do their work.
Like these are like real victims, and I think it's all like mind games. And in the moment, you are like mentally trapped. It takes a lot for a person to get to a point where you're like, I need to step out of this. Like I need to get myself out of this situation. That's
good. Yeah. I just thought Diddy was a freak.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys are locking him up for being a freak? He's just a freak. He's like baby oil and everything. Eh?
I don't know, man. There's
like, who doesn't like baby oil?
There's a lot of people talking. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, we'll find out in the upcoming weeks and what happens with that court case. And I'm not saying free Diddy. If he's guilty, he's guilty. Leave him in there. But if he's not guilty, let the brother go, please, because we already got too many of our people locked up. You know what I'm saying? If he was a freak, just being a freak, let him go.
I don't know.
You don't think he was just being a freak? You don't think he was being a freak?
The story.
I'm just saying, there's freaks out there. Nothing wrong with that. Got a lot of freaks, so who cares? But no, if he did the crime, he got to pay the time. Period. And abusing people is something that we shouldn't accept in any kind of case. In any kind of mentally, physically, or whatever.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
We shouldn't accept that whatsoever. So my computer just went down. My hot topic for today is President Biden. And I just found this out right now. It's coming from TMZ, so it's not coming from me. It's coming from TMZ. And TMZ is reporting that Joe Biden is fighting cancer. It was reported that it's a aggressive form. So it's aggressive cancer. It was diagnosed last Friday, and they put it out today that he is fighting cancer. What kind of cancer? What kind of cancer?
Prostate. I think it's prostate cancer.
It is prostate cancer right here. Yes, it does say that. So, man, prayers to President Biden. on this because that's one of the worst cancers
For sure.
to fight.
Yeah.
You know.
It's definitely. And depending on like at what stage he's at,
Yeah,
and his age, considering how old is he? He's like
70 something years old. It says grade group 5. I don't know what that means.
wow.
If someone knows what that means, put it in the comments. Grade group 5. That's what he's in, and it's supposed to be in his bone.
Oh wow. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah.
Yeah. That is sad. He was just on the View with Whoopi, and he looked good. He looked good to me. He was answering questions. Of course, he was stuttering like he always stutters, but he's been stuttering since he was a kid. But he looked good to me. Nothing wrong. And he was on there Tuesday. Oh yeah, so he was on the View Tuesday, so he found out that Friday.
Oh, imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he just got diagnosed.
He just got.
And you just said something I never knew. So he stuttered his whole life?
his whole life.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I thought he was just kind of like getting to a point where like he wasn't fast and
That's what a lot of people thought. But he said his story before. That's why he stutters. And everyone in Congress knew he stutters. So they just used that against him.
Right, right.
When he was in
show like his
president.
response time,
Right, right.
he can't answer.
Right. But do I think he has some? Was he getting older? Yeah, absolutely he is.
Yeah.
Should he ran for president? I think not. But he did. And what happened.
Yeah.
Lord bless us and take care of us.
Yeah. Well, I wish him the best of luck. Prayers to him.
Definitely prayers for him. So, one more thing that I'm gonna ask you a question since this is your first time. Tell us one thing that people don't know about you.
I'm funny. I am so funny.
You funny?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask your boyfriend that. I don't know about that.
I make him laugh all the time because I'm just so funny.
Okay, so what's your favorite joke?
I don't got jokes. They just come out natural. Like I spit them out.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Something about me. I don't know. I'm just like a person that just wants to do it all. Like I'm just always trying to like improve myself. So like I got my full-time job. I did hair before that. I'm doing this now.
Okay.
So I feel like I just fill up my time with so much. I'm in school. Okay. So it's just
Wait, you're in school for what?
Public safety.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm trying to finish up my bachelor's. I never really finished school.
Trying to be an alderman or something?
No,
What's
not
going on?
alderman.
You gonna be
I don't
alderman?
know where
You
I'm
gonna be mayor
going.
of Chicago?
I don't. Maybe no. I don't know where it's going. I really don't know what God's plan is for my life, but I'm just stepping into it and letting Him lead the way.
Amen.
Yeah.
So how long you been walking with Christ now?
That's a great question. So I was raised Christian. I feel like I first started going to church with my cousin actually, to like a Christian church, New Life Covenant. Okay. So I started going to New Life, and then I started getting excited about it because it was like youth nights and stuff, and I used to go to Driven at the time. And I was surrounded by
Driven.
Driven.
I feel so old.
I was going to Driven, and it was just so inspiring because I was like, wow, I'm around like young kids my age that are like on fire for God, and I want to know like what this was about, and I just like I got so intrigued. And then my mom at the time, she was kind of like, what church, what is this church that you're going to on Thursday nights? And she kind of wanted to come, so she started coming to church, and then she kind of saw the church that me and my sister were going to because my sister's also, we're only 4 years apart. So yeah, I grew up like in church. I was like serving in the ministry. I was part of like the worship team. I was part of the dance ministry. And then,
Did you dance with those big flags?
No, I was in ballet.
Okay.
I was in the ballet ministry.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't have that no more, but I used to be in ballet. And then when I got to high school, I just kind of like fell off for sure. I was kind of just like distracted, like boys.
You were wilding out.
Like, no, I wasn't. I was always a good girl. I legit was. I was just very like, I don't know, doing my own thing. I don't know how to describe that. Yeah, but I've always been like a loner. Okay. But no, I was just doing my own thing, and then just high school hit, and I was distracted, and then I just stopped, like kind of like going to like youth nights and stuff, and then I went to college, and then I got super distracted there, like very worldly, very like lukewarm. I've always like had God in me for sure because it was like installed in me.
It's your foundation.
Yeah, it was my foundation. So like I always had Christ in me, but it was also like I was very lukewarm where I was just doing whatever I wanted to do. I was in places that I shouldn't have been in. I was doing things I shouldn't have been doing.
Nightclubs.
You know what? That was a little short time, and then because I got pregnant young, and then I met my boyfriend at the time, and then I ended up having boys, and then I wasn't doing so great in school, and everything was just kind of like falling apart around me, where I was like, oh my gosh, like what's the next step for my life? Like I don't know what I'm doing. Like I feel so lost. And then my boys, like I said, they're the ones that got me back on track. Like, okay, I gotta push forward for them. And then how can I say? I think what drew me closer towards God again was I was going through a lot in my relationship with her father at the time. And I would say that's why I think it's so important to be equally yoked. If you say that
extremely.
correctly, yes.
Yeah.
We just had different values, different, not to say that he was not a good person, but when you have a man that's like Christ centered and that's somebody that could lead you
Come on,
in
girl.
the right
Talk
direction.
Talk that talk.
No, it's true. You gotta have a man that's gonna lead you in the right direction. And I didn't feel like I was being led at that point because I was so driven to like do better, and not better in competing wise, but like better for my life and for my children. And I was kind of like, hey, where are you leading us? And it got to a point where it just got really ugly, and it was a lot of forgiveness and a lot of like separation where I had to learn how to like pull myself away from certain situations. And then I found God in all of that. I feel like there was moments where I was like, wow, that was God moving. Like those are moments where you're like, you know what, I'm going through this, but there's like a bigger picture that I don't see right now. It's like God is your father, right? So he knows better for you. Like you're going through those moments where you're like, man, why am I going through this? I just want to be here already. And it's like, hey, like slow down. Like you're gonna get there, but I got this for you, like over here waiting for you.
I think most people find God, right? Because he's there. He's always knocking on the door. It's up to us to open that door.
Yeah.
We always find, not we, but most people find him in the valley, not on the hilltop or the mountaintop. It's always in the valley. I know that's where I found him. It was in my suffering, my depression, everything I was going through, where he spoke. We were speaking about that a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
So you just had to keep your ears open and let him speak.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it gets too loud. It gets too loud where we can't hear him say, "Hey, I'm right here."
Yeah.
And hey, I still love you.
Yeah. And I think sometimes people are like, how do you hear God? How do you hear God speaking to you? And it's literally, you have to get to know God's word. So what that means is like, you got to pray. You got to read your word. You got to get so like focused in.
I'm so proud of you right now. I'm so proud of you
preaching.
right now.
And then God said, no. No, but like.
Philippians 4:13.
If you read Ephesians, no. But no, for real.
Come on, that Ephesians, girl.
I am in a Bible study right now, so I'm studying it. But no, like you just gotta like read your word, zoom in on your prayer, like focus so much where you can know what God sounds like. Like if it doesn't, and then you start to get spiritual eyes. Like you start to like realize, hey, I'm not in a room where I'm supposed to be. I'm around it. Yeah, I'm like next to people that you just start to realize where you should be and where you shouldn't be.
Word.
And that's God showing you the way.
Word. We're gonna go to commercial break, and we'll be back with our guest. We out.
Welcome back. We're listening to Flava Podcast, and we're here with Eric Roldan.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's up? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am the chef and owner of Marina's Bistro. We're up in Uptown, so we're like a little bit fine dining Puerto Rican cuisine, and then we have we have craft cocktails. So we're serving authentic Puerto Rican food over there.
Awesome. So how long have you been at that particular spot?
We opened in August 2023. So it's like been almost 2 years. After that, I started as a ghost kitchen in Avondale. So I was just in this little 200 square foot kitchen, pick up and delivery.
So what is a ghost kitchen for people that don't know?
A ghost kitchen is like if it's an opportunity for you to, if you want to be a business owner or don't have the funds to open a brick and mortar. So there's these kitchens that they rent out, and you could sell out. You could sell your brand out through that.
That's super cool.
Yeah, so I started like that, and then I was like, oh, I got to do more because I can't stay in a 200 square foot kitchen. So we know at that time that we had something good, and I had great ideas, and my vision was, to have a place that people could have an experience in Chicago, which was lacking of, and then that's why I decided to do Marina's Bistro.
Say that again.
Marina Bistro.
There you go. That's what I want people to hear that.
Yeah,
hear that.
not like Spanglish. No, Marina Bistro.
There you go. You feel that way.
Yeah,
you sense
yeah.
it that way, right?
And there's like a
Yeah,
story
yeah.
behind the name, right?
Yes, Marina. She was my mom. So she passed away when I was 10 years old. Yeah, I'm originally here from Chicago. So after she passed away, I moved to Puerto Rico with my grandparents, and yeah. So it was a very I really had a rough childhood, not having my parents. So yeah.
Wow. Why was it rough?
Um,
Other than not having a parent, that'd be one reason. But
yeah, like not having your mother guiding you through your whole life. She passed away when I was 10 years old. I was very lost. I didn't know what to do, and throughout those years until now, you always carry with that pain. And I was in a abusive household. My grandparents were like really, 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 really mean to me, and then after that, I moved with my father, and he was an alcoholic. After my mom passed away, he just became an alcoholic, and he
was he mourning her?
yeah, and very abusive. So, yeah, I had a lot of pain
Those moments.
to this day. So, yeah, it was not easy. It was not easy for me, but I overcame many obstacles, and
You're here today. You're here today. And
yeah.
You can tell the story and tell the testimony.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's not all flowers, I just say.
No, for real.
What was the most difficult part of opening up a restaurant?
The most difficult part was trying to find someone to believe in you. Obviously, if you have this vision, and being a minority, being gay as well, and I was kind of having a hard time trying to find capital, to open my business, and people didn't believe in my dream. So that was the most difficult thing, trying to pass that hurdle.
So you think because you're Latino, because you're gay, that they wouldn't give you loans?
Yeah, it's like, come on, like reality.
I mean, we know it's true, but
yeah. I mean, reality. Yeah, I lived it. I lived it. I lived it, and and I got denied maybe 3 or 4 times for like capital, and then thank God that I had somebody that believed in me, and then I applied for this grant from the city of Chicago. It's called it was the recovery grant, and yeah, I mean, God's grace, they gave me construction money, and I was able to open Marina. So
Oh wow.
But
The
yeah.
recovery grant.
yeah, so it's kind of like a build out, because I did get a grant. I get a SBA loan, so it's just for construction. So what I wanted exceeded what
because your restaurant's kind of fancy, man. Come on now.
You had a bigger dream.
Oh,
yeah. Listen, I'm like, this money, like I gotta prove like maybe say like 220, right? And the whole build out was like $330,000.
I can see that. I can definitely. You got to go to the restaurant.
Yeah.
It's
I can
just
see that. Uh-huh.
I wanted to make it special. I
Yeah.
wanted to have every detail. I wanted to, I wanted people to feel when they come in there, they transport themselves. And when you go to Marinas, or people that have gone to Marinas, they feel it. They feel it. We're in a shitty parking lot, but you would never expect. It's kind of like a hidden gem. You never expect that we're there. So
Yeah, those are the best places though. Like the hidden
Yeah.
gems. Like you have to kind of like
Yeah.
find your way, and then you're like, oh, this is like my spot. Like I don't want to share it
It's
too
in a
much.
great
Yeah.
neighborhood too. It's in a great
yeah,
neighborhood.
it's
Really?
not Humboldt Park, and I've got a lot of backlash.
Okay.
Because you didn't build it in Humboldt Park.
Because I didn't build in Humboldt Park, but but I didn't want to do there. You know, I'm Puerto Rican, I know, and I grew up in Humboldt Park when I was little. But I wanted to take our cuisine to other places, you know, like not to let people know, oh, like if you want to get Puerto Rican food, you got to go to Humboldt Park. And I chose Uptown because Uptown is a very, very diverse community. And I wanted people to try our food and to look at our food differently because, you know, people say that, Puerto Rican food is all greasy, all this.
Yeah.
No, it's not. You know, you could be creative. Elevated, yeah. So that's what I've been doing, you know, trying to give people an experience.
For real.
Well, you've been doing a great job because I know when I went about, I was saying 2 years ago, but it's only been a year and a half. So you've been open, so it's been a year and a half.
Yeah. A lot has changed.
I love it. I loved it. I even made sure I talked to the person that was there because you were not there that day. I talked to the person that was there to give me your number.
Okay.
And I did a little reach out, but I didn't reach out to you for 2 years later. Well, a year and a half later.
Yeah.
But the food was phenomenal. The venue was top notch. It's high end. Period. And you see it in the plate. Even the way you make it is high end. You know what I'm saying?
Do you cook the food yourself? Or like, because you said you're a chef.
Yeah, so
Sorry to cut you off.
No,
I'm just
you're good, you're
curious.
good.
No. Like I have cooks, but I prepare everything because it's a one-man show, right? But I make sure that, you know, everybody follows the recipes. And it's coming from my recipes, from my mom's recipe, from my abuela recipes. So it's the real deal, okay?
Yeah.
when I'm in the kitchen, like normally in the weekends I'm in the kitchen, but I am there every single day to make sure that, you know, every plate is going out the way I want it, and just so people have a great, you know, a great experience.
Because you want it to still be authentically
you know,
but then still kind of like you got to run the show.
All that matters is consistency, you know? Like you have to be consistent. If you wanna have a successful business, you have to be consistent in food and, you know, customer service, whatever, all around, you know?
It's amazing. Just the presentation, when the food comes out, the presentation, your staff, awesome. Everyone's so friendly, ready to help, making sure you're happy, making sure that what you're eating, you're really liking it. You're just not giving a, that's good kind of thing. No, they want you to really like it and let them know that it's good or not good.
Yeah.
But I had a phenomenal time sitting there and eating that food. It was awesome.
Like, you know, now we have Latinos in the staff, in the front staff.
Okay.
Yeah, I was getting backlash about that.
Yeah, because there was a white guy that served me.
Oh,
But still,
so
it was good.
He ain't there no more.
He did good.
Yeah.
He did no more. He said, ya
So
se
now you're
fue.
trying to make
Ya
it
se
like,
fue, ya se
Maria se fue.
He had to go.
Okay.
No, but even though the people that are not Puerto Rican, that the servers and the bartenders, they know about the cuisine. I taught them how to, you know, pronunciate, you know, you don't feel like you're Syrian, you're like, oh, you know, because a lot of people, they'll see a white person, like, oh, there's a white person in a Puerto Rican restaurant. What the hell is this?
What do you got? Some Uncle Ben back there?
Yeah.
We're getting Uncle Ben? Rice-A-Roni?
No, but we got a Puerto Rican guy that just moved from Puerto Rico. He's a bartender, so he's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
That's nice. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's about giving people an experience.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what color you are, where you're from.
Right.
As long as you're getting treated well, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to get into your life a little bit. You
Ah,
knew this was coming, man. You knew this was coming.
okay.
So, who was Eric at? Wow. And I always start at this age, 10 years old.
I was very wild. After I lost my mom, I got lost. You know, I got very lost. And then I got to a period that I didn't get the support of my family, and then you know, I hit very low. You know, I had like severe drug addictions.
When did that start?
At 10 years old?
No, not 10 years old.
You're talking about 10 years old.
Oh, okay,
you
no.
fast
Okay.
forwarding. We're
Yeah,
talking
damn,
about
I'm moving quick.
Yes,
Okay.
años, papi.
Yeah. I I really love the kitchen. I really like I was sitting next to my mom. I was watching her cook, and her favorite dish was arroz con camarones. And so I was a mama's boy. I was like, I was so attached to my mom.
How did your mom pass?
She had breast cancer.
Oh, Tito.
She passed away when she was 45 years old. But yeah, that always stood in my head to the cooking. And I learned everything from her, you know. And
Wow.
then my
Yeah.
grandmother, you know, when my grandma started raising me, yeah, I was attracted to cooking. So, you know, and she helped me. She taught me how to do this, la habichuela, el arroz blanco.
So I
and
could
all that
see,
stuff.
like, after your mom passed, is like that's like how you could carry her on with you, right?
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. You know, that's why I named the restaurant after her.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I really miss her, and I really wanted to make her proud. You know, and
I'm sure she is.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure she is.
yeah, so
So let's fast forward down a little bit. All right.
yeah.
You're 15 years old. Who are you at 15?
Now at 15, I was living by myself because
Whoa,
by
15.
then, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
Back then, my father, he, you know, I'm gonna get real deep. So,
Get deep.
my father, he had a alcohol problem and a drug problem, and then so he was fighting for you know, Social Security. He's in Puerto Rico, so he was going back and forth from here to Chicago. I mean, from Puerto Rico to Chicago. So he left me alone in my house, and I was in high school. So I was like, hey, I'm just gonna be independent.
What part of Puerto Rico again?
In Yabucoa.
Yabucoa.
Yeah. So I graduated from high school. It's called Teodoro Aguilar Mora. So at that age, I was just living my life independently,
Yeah,
you know?
by
Like,
yourself.
I didn't know, you know, you kind of know, okay, this is good, this is bad, but since you don't have that guidance, you're like, well, you know, I'm going to be a bad boy. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go do that. I'm going to do things that I shouldn't be doing. And then you get caught up, you know, you do get caught up. So I suffered a lot about, you know, not having my parents with me. So
So you're out there by yourself at 15 years old. There was no titi, there was no tío, there was no abuela around the corner. There was estaba solito.
I was always a black sheep of a family, you know.
Wait a second. Is there other siblings?
I have brothers and sisters.
Oh, okay.
You know,
So are all you guys left alone, or just
no,
you
no,
left alone?
just me. Like I have a dysfunctional family. I don't talk to my brothers, but unfortunately, yeah, my brother from my mom and my dad, he got lost. He got lost after my mom passed away, so he ended.
So it's kind of like all of you individually were
Yeah,
going through your own hurt.
Yeah. So yeah, and then I just started. I went to college. I didn't finish because, you know,
Can I stop you there?
yeah.
You went through all that stuff, and I feel you. I can feel you right now, man. You went through all that stuff, and you just said you went to college.
Yeah. Sorry.
Come
Thank
on,
you.
bro. Come on. You get one of these.
I know.
Yeah.
Because at 15 years old, being all by yourself, doing it all on your own, in Puerto
Yeah.
Rico, where all you hear at nighttime is tocoquis.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to get to college, that is an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Because there's people here that got parents
Yeah, yeah.
that don't even do that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, pat
That's an accomplishment.
yourself on your back. You did an amazing,
Thank you.
amazing job.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't give myself enough credit, you know. Sorry.
No, it's
you're
good.
good.
It's good.
Tissue, please.
Because I can't even imagine.
Thank you. You know, it's. Sorry.
No, you're good.
You know, I really do miss my mom a lot, you know, so but yeah, I just, you know, I and then that's how I got lost. I got lost and got lonely, and I started doing. I got into the drug world, and
What kind of drugs? Is it just weed or
no,
into some deeper stuff?
some deeper stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
This was in Puerto Rico, or
Well,
you
I
had
started when I moved back to Chicago.
Oh,
Then I started. I started doing bad stuff. So I started my addiction. Then I moved to LA, and then
You moved to LA.
yeah, I moved to LA.
Solito again.
Solito. I was like, I went to this party in LA, and I was like, I met somebody. I was like, oh, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move to LA because I was like, okay. I was like, oh yeah. I'm like, maybe I could be an actor or something. And I'm like, whatever, So-
you're trying to figure it out.
try to figure it out. So I moved to LA for a year, and that's when everything went downhill. Everything went downhill. Like I had like a really, really serious addiction. So, yeah. So for a lot of years, I did struggle, struggle with addiction, and then I moved back to Puerto Rico, and I went to culinary school, and I was like, I can't keep doing this. I want to do something. So I did that. Started working in hotels, and I'm like, okay, I have this degree, whatever. I'm not gonna, whatever. I didn't take it serious. And right when I moved back to Chicago, I overdosed, right?
Oh my gosh.
So that was like, that was the wake up call.
Who are you with? Like,
I was just with bad people.
so you're surrounded.
Yeah,
by-
I was just with bad.
It wasn't family. It was just
No. So that was your breaking point. Well, you always get a breaking point. Sorry.
That's a close call. It's like,
Yeah, I almost yeah.
You're good, puppy. You accomplished so much. You're making so many people happy right now. Now you got to feel that happiness. Let that happiness come to you. Open your arms
Yeah.
to that happiness. It's there. Just hold on to it. God bless you, bro. God bless you. You got this.
Thank you. Oh man, I'm sorry. I really didn't wanna, I really didn't wanna
Wanna
talk
fix-
about
fix
this.
your- fix your head. I pushed it to the side a little bit.
I didn't want to talk about this because, when you're in the restaurant business and, people see social media, people see a different side, which is, but they don't see the behind scenes,
yeah, you hit like the lowest point in your life.
But yeah, like I decided I wanted to go to culinary school. I wanted to do something with my life. I wanted to make my mom proud, I wanted to make her proud. And I just wanted to do something. And then when I came back to Chicago, the opportunity came to open the Ghost Kitchen, So and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I want to do this. I was like, I always wanted to do like a sandwich place.
Yeah.
I was like very basic, I'm a sandwich, so let's start something. And and then I split out with my business partner, and then I was like, I don't want to stop here. I was like, I want to do something that's missing here in Chicago, But it was very hard. It took me 2 years to open Marina's, because you go through the red tapes of Chicago, the city of Chicago. And then I didn't know what I was gonna get myself into, when you're under a lot of pressure because you're opening especially a Puerto Rican restaurant. People are gonna be like judging, more judgy. Like, okay, let's see if this restaurant is good or not. So the whole thing of the social media, people commenting and people like seeing the reviews. So I got caught up on that stuff, and I was like almost hit rock bottom because I was like, oh my God, I'm like, why is my own people
Yeah, it's
attacking
like you
me.
should feel like support.
Yeah.
Support from
Why
me.
my own people are not supporting me? But you live and learn. That's something that throughout the years you will get to, just put it back. Don't even listen to what people say. But it was not easy. It was not easy. I just wanted to. My whole main goal was to. Those people that have thoughts about Puerto Rican food cannot be elevated. I wanted to prove everybody wrong. I wanted to elevate our cuisine. I wanted our food to be known, I wanted to be known. Like you can't just get like caburria, un pastelillo, whatever, and just like, no. Puerto Rican food is more than street food. And to this day, there's people that come to the restaurant from all different cultures, never had tried Puerto Rican food, and people that couldn't try Puerto Rican food because they couldn't eat because we have vegetarian options. So,
that's so cool.
People that never tried Puerto Rican food, that's what I'm doing. So, yeah, but my life was not easy. You always have those little demons here and there, but
Are you clean now?
Yeah.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. It was.
It's a journey.
It was not. It's not easy. Not easy when, especially when you open a business, you have the more pressure, you get more depressed, and that's when, those wounds starts opening again. So there was a point that when, I started Marina's, I was like, oh, I was kind of like, stumbling a little bit. But I'm at a point in my life right now that I'm able to, this is my first time talking about this, and it took a lot of me to talk about this because I'm a very private person.
Yeah. It's
Very,
super
very
vulnerable.
private.
It's so vulnerable.
But yeah, so
So we went from 15 years old all the way to 30.
yeah. Well, yeah. You started hugging me over here, like from crying.
I had to hug
hey.
you. You're hugging. You're pulling on my heart.
Yeah.
I had to hug you, and I had to tell you something positive because you've been doing great.
Thank you.
And sometimes we do have that the good and bad side, and sometimes the bad side is louder than the good side.
Yeah.
And I believe you've been through some stuff where the bad side was a lot louder in your life.
Yeah.
But the good side snuck his way in.
Yeah.
And let you know, hey, you're gonna make it. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna do this.
Yeah.
And you're gonna create something great, and something that people talk about right now. So I'm glad you're doing that. But I want to get to something. So you got to LA, right?
Mm-hmm.
What made you go to LA other than acting? That you could be an actor? Did you know someone there?
I met somebody that I thought I could have a relationship,
Okay.
But when you're like 23, 24, you're like, your mind is like, man, I'm gonna conquer the world. I want to do whatever. So, yeah, I fell in love at that age. So I was like,
There's nothing wrong with falling in love. I've been in love like, I don't know, 10 times already.
Hey,
that was one day.
I had a 1988 Mercedes, and I drove from Chicago to LA.
Oh my God.
That's how crazy. I
Drove
drove.
over there.
You're
Yeah.
ready. He was dropping everything.
I was in an
Going.
apartment, and I was like,
You made up your mind.
I just left everything in the apartment. I took my whatever I could fit in
lo
my
que
car.
tenía.
Yeah, lo que tenía.
Man.
And I got to LA. Funny story. I'm gonna tell you about this one.
I want to hear about it.
So the person that I was gonna see that never answered me. So I ended up being on the streets for like 3 or 4
What?
days.
Okay, but you go out there because you're in love with this person,
And then
right?
they went MIA.
Mi amor.
Yeah, mi amor. ¿Qué
You're
pasó?
driving the whole time. You're like, go see this my
Yeah.
guy. Your guy is not there.
No, didn't answer, and
Did you go to his place, like where you lived?
no, because I didn't. Listen,
Isn't
I
that where
did
you're supposed to live?
He gave me a wrong address and like, listen. I was like,
Lesson learned.
yeah. So never, people don't do this.
Never
Meet
talk
them.
to
Yeah, like
strangers.
don't go cross country for love.
Okay, I gotta ask you this question. Where did you meet this person? Don't say MySpace.
No,
Yeah, where did you meet this person?
MySpace. No. I was at a party in LA. It was like this music festival.
So you're previously there, okay?
Yeah. So like, I met this person. And he was like Madonna's brother, best friend. So like,
did he show up like doing this, voguing? And you were like,
Did you fall in love?
he's voguing that
I'm
needle.
like, okay. No.
fell in love.
But he was well connected. That person was well connected. You know, he was
Yeah.
working for MTV and stuff and all that
You
stuff.
saw the
Yeah.
lights. You saw the
Yeah, I
stars.
was like, oh yeah, okay, there's an opportunity right there. Y mira, me dejaron arrollado.
Estaba lindo también, estaba lindo también, ¿verdad que sí?
So what happened after the 3 days?
comentario.
Because you said you were out there for 3 days, right?
Yeah, like I was sleeping in my car and then
Then he called you?
no, he never called me. He never called me.
Dito.
Then he, after, I don't know. I met somebody that took me in, and for a couple days, and then I found a job. I found a job at the Mondrian Hotel. That's over on Sunset Boulevard. And then I was like, I found an apartment and started, but it was rough. It's like, and LA is very, if you don't have friends, I mean, you're on your own. So yeah, but I made it. I made it work.
So you're out there for 1 year?
Yeah, 1 year.
Okay.
Thank you.
It started good and ended up bad. So
That started good, right? He's like,
did it really? Did it?
Yeah.
Nah.
It's questionable to me.
No. Look, listen, when I hit rock bottom, my best friend, he flew to LA. He picked me up, and yeah. And to this day, we're still friends. So
Yeah.
he was the only person that was there for me.
So you went to LA, picked you up. Did you fly back or did you have to drive that
No,
car?
we drove.
I'm just saying.
I had a different car now.
I'm just saying. Did you still have that car?
No, fuck that guy.
No, he said that's not the point of the story.
No, that's
But
not
I'm
the
just
point.
wondering. I
That's
just in my mind. I'm sorry.
No. I drove in another. It was a different car,
It was a
okay?
different car.
Yeah, and I
Was
did a
it
whole
Ford
road trip.
Tempo?
No, it was
that-
a Mazda MX-6, whatever.
Okay,
It was
that
like
was a nice car,
fucking-
big fancy.
Yeah.
Big
No, it was
fancy,
like
you know?
no estaba fancy now.
So he came for you, and
Yeah.
then you guys drove back
Yeah,
to Chicago?
we drove back to Chicago. We did a road trip, and ever since, that was in 2007. Never been to LA again. Never. So
You had a bad time.
yeah, I just don't want to. There's things and memories. They're like, So I see it in a different. I see LA in a different way now.
Yeah. You know, my first time in LA was actually podcasting.
Yeah.
It was like beginning of my podcasting career, and I went to go see Ricky Lewis. I don't know who Ricky Lewis is.
Yeah,
Just
of
said
course. Yeah.
and we went to his studio, right? So I rented a car, and car got broken into. That's my first time. That was my
Oh,
first
shit.
experience in
Yeah,
LA.
yeah.
And I just brushed it off.
Yeah.
Because that was with Ricky Lewis,
Yeah.
which is now one of my good friends, right?
Yeah.
In the studio, having a great time, recording,
Yeah.
hearing his new music that's coming out, and I get to the car and I'm like, something's strange here, and I open the door because nothing was busted,
Yeah.
but they took my wallet that was there.
Oh shit.
I mean, that happened in
Okay.
Chicago too. So
Yeah.
But-
That sounds
But it was in
familiar.
my new, it was in my new
familiar.
Coach bag. That the guys were making
Wow.
fun of me about like Coach bag. I'm like, look at this, it's a dope Coach bag.
Hey, Coach was
They were
the
making fun of me.
shit back then, you know.
This
You
was
left it in
this
your
was like
car?
a year
Yeah.
ago, bro. Not back then.
he's like,
Oh,
this is
sorry.
what you
Okay.
It's like a year. It was nice. It was like one of the, whatever, bro.
said. And you left it in your car.
I know I locked the doors.
Okay.
You know what? I must have not had locked the doors. It means to be
Yeah.
honest. And they were just
Yeah.
trying doors.
Yeah.
And they got
They
it.
got you.
They got
Oh,
it.
They got
shit.
you.
That's
You
my
got
first
got.
experience.
Wow.
But I just brushed it off, and we
Yeah.
went to Craig's house from Friday, the movie Friday. We went to
yeah,
the
yeah.
house. We went over there. We went to go see. Was that other one? don't drink juice in the hood.
Don't be a menace.
Don't be a
Don't be a
menace. I always say,
menace.
I always say
Oh my
that
God.
was the comedy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be
We
a
went to
menace,
their house,
bad
took
mess,
pictures
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. I had a
Yeah.
cool experience. But
It's good to visit.
but
Just
yeah,
like a
do I want to
tourist.
go back to
Yeah,
LA?
for you,
I don't
you're
know.
like,
Nah, I'm good.
man, but you
I-
came such a long way. Like, just hearing your story, I'm like amazed because I'm like, you just came from, like, just hearing your whole story. A lot of people would not get that far,
No.
considering every single step that you had.
I mean, you could. I mean, listen, I don't give myself enough credit. You know, like I didn't. My family, I didn't have the support that I needed from my family. So basically, you know, I had to do it on my own. You know, but listen, I mean, it took, like I said, it took me a lot to talk about this. But I hope that what I went through inspire people, or if people are going through rough times, you know, I could be an inspiration to them, you know?
Yeah.
But regardless what, now, like, Marina's, you know, we last year we were invited to Chicago Gourmet, which is a top, like, event, the food event in Chicago. And the thing is, like, I know I'm going out of topic, but
You've been doing the whole thing, but go ahead.
I want to talk about the good things about
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
the
good.
things, you
That's
know,
good.
like about the things of Marinas, you know, like they don't, you know, I feel like the food industry here in Chicago, they don't take our cuisine seriously, you know, and I just it's a battle, but I'm getting there. Like this year, we were
How do you get invited to something like that?
the buzz.
Okay, like when people start talking and
Yeah,
spreading
the
it,
buzz.
it's like,
Yeah,
okay.
and I had this girl, this lady. Her name was Lisette Medina, and she's like, "I'm tired of all these having these people just having tacos in American places." I'm like, and she reached out to me, and ever since this, you know, and now this year we were I shouldn't say it yet, but yeah, we were at the 50 best restaurants in Chicago for this
Come
year.
on,
so.
somebody. Come on, somebody. That is amazing.
So I want to put our cuisine out there like it hasn't been before. So you know, so
That's good. Yo, so we're going to take a little break right now. We're coming back with this or that.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Los LOS from the Flava Podcast. Yo, I want to talk to you about Exact Services. These are handyman that came to my rental apartment and they gave it a whole makeover. They painted, they patched up the holes in the walls, they fixed a faucet, they did the floors, they even put new screens at my windows. Y'all got to call these guys at 312-860-4225, 312-860-4225, and remember, you have flavor. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Los from the Flava Podcast. Did you know that in a research study, Rashi has been shown to have anti-cancer properties, anti-tumor effects? It helps detox the body and regulates the immune system. Whether your immune system needs to be controlled or boosted, Gano can help you there. And natural coffee that changes people's lives. Get your daily dose of 150 antioxidants in 1 cup while enjoying the flavor of this beautiful coffee. Natural coffee never tasted this good. We are back and we are about to do this or that. Are you ready for this or that, Eric?
yeah.
He says, yeah, but I don't think he is. But we're going to do it anyways.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put the new co-host on the spot because she has to come up with her own this or
Ooh,
that. She
this
can't
or
take my
that.
this or that.
Okay,
You
okay.
know,
Dang.
Liz tried to take my this or that, and she found out she could not take my this or that because I do my this or that's the best.
Okay, I gotta see how you're gonna lead this.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. You start it.
Cool. All right. Word. So, like I said, you gotta pick this or that, right? And then give an explanation why you're picking whatever one you picked.
Okay.
Okay. Some might be funny, some might be sad, some might be happy, some might be just be crazy. I don't know where we're
All
gonna
right,
go.
I'm tired
We'll
of
go.
crying. Okay,
And
something,
right,
yeah.
and right now, I don't know where Jasmine's head's at, so she might
Okay.
just go bananas. So I don't
Okay.
know.
All right. I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. So, real easy one. Tom or Jerry? The cartoon show.
Wait, Tom.
Tom is a cat.
Tom is the cat. Tom.
White Tom.
Because I like chasing the rats.
The rats. He said the ratas.
That's funny. Okay. That's
No explanation to that one. We don't need that.
I thought it was gonna start off a different way. But... okay.
Hey, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, you're putting me on the spot over here.
All right.
Okay.
Chicago Cubs or Chicago Sox?
Cubs.
Why?
Because I'm from the north side. You know, that's the basic answer, I guess.
Okay. North side. The stadium's actually packed.
Yeah.
It's actually full.
Yeah.
It's not empty like the other one.
Yeah, and that's it. I'm not gonna say anything because if there's any fans watching,
You're like, they're not gonna
yeah,
come
I'm
to your
just
restaurant.
yeah. I'm a Cubs fan.
You're a Cubs fan.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
a Cubs fan.
North-siders.
Yeah. My family all are Cubs fans.
Cubbies.
So,
Yeah. I'm actually a Yankee fan. I don't like either one of them.
Yeah.
What are you, Jasmine?
So I grew up in Hubble Park. Everybody loves Cubs, right?
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
Cubbies. But by default, my man
she said
is
but.
Sox. Like he's dies hard Sox fan.
I know some people like to suffer.
And you know what? I'm not into like baseball. Like I don't really like watch it like that. So I can't say like
Yeah.
I like it for a certain reason. I just go
Okay.
for the food and for the atmosphere.
You know what?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
food
Like
is
fun.
better at Comiskey.
Yeah, I will say I went to the Sox Stadium and I really like it there. It's a lot of fun. They even have like the little kids stadium, like not stadium, the kids zone.
Yeah.
For like the kids to go off to. The food is good.
Yeah, I like it because you can put your arms out and not touch anybody. Because it's so empty in there.
Oh wow!
It's so empty.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So,
All right. So, Superman or Batman?
they both suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
really?
Superman is
forgot about you.
boring.
I mean-
Baseball. What's his name? Batman.
I
He's
mean,
rich. Like,
I guess it's gonna be cheesy, but like Superman, yeah, because I could like, and I want to be different places, you know. I want to fly and go this and there, you know. I don't know.
You want to go Hawaii faster?
Yeah.
Okay.
okay, Superman.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, cool.
but those two suck. I'm sorry.
They do.
They do.
What are you talking about?
yeah.
What's wrong with Superman and Batman?
No, Marvel's is better than DC.
That's right.
It is. Marvel's
So,
is
if,
definitely.
Jazz, so if you had to pick someone for DC, who would it be?
Between them two?
Yeah.
I would say Superman because he's like an actual superhero. I think Batman is just rich and he just has technology to make himself do things, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So Marvel?
Marvel?
Yeah.
We'll see which superhero I like
who would
the
you
best.
pick? Yeah.
Oh, I like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Okay. All right. Spidey it is. Yeah. I like Superman. And there's a reason for that. Because in the Bible, it states that we are not from this world. And Superman is not from this world. So that's why I always pick Superman. I got biblical on y'all. Y'all got biblical on y'all.
Hey. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see it that way. But yeah.
So, Jazz, you got one?
Chocolate ice cream or vanilla ice cream?
She was so bland on that.
I know her answer, but let me see. My bad.
This just got real interesting.
I don't like chocolate. Vanilla. Yeah.
Vanilla.
Yeah, I just don't like.
What
the,
you got against chocolate?
I got
mean-
jokes. I got
I mean-
jokes.
No, not like that. No. Yeah. I just don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't got it anymore. I don't know. I got to think
You're
about
out?
it. Yeah.
R&B or hip hop?
R&B.
Why?
I like the chill stuff because I'm always like my mind all the time is like go, and the R&B is just like, you know, when you want to relax and be in the zone. That's the perfect music for that. I do love hip hop too. That's, you know, but
Salsa merengue.
merengue.
White merengue. That's the first time somebody says merengue.
I like that. It's like more like, I don't know,
A beat.
a beat. Yeah.
Okay. So last one. This was real serious. This is ultimate serious question. You must answer it with some seriousness. Okay. New York pizza or Chicago pizza?
Oh, Chicago pizza.
Why Chicago pizza?
Because New York pizza's like the thick one like that. I don't like
The cheese?
Yeah, just the breading. I don't like the breading. I like thin crust.
I never had New York pizza.
New York pizza is bocce's. That's what you. It's a pie.
Yeah,
It's a pie.
Yeah,
So it's bocce's pizza. So if you like bocce's, then that's what you.
yeah.
Sorry, bocce's. I know I'm always talking smack, but it's bocce's pizza. I like Chicago pizza.
Yeah.
Because there's different kinds of Chicago pizza. You got your thin crust, you got your pan, and you got your
dish.
stuffed. You know.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, the funny part is people want the deep dish, but then it's like no Chicagoans really eat deep dish.
No, it's just too
Your boy
Do you?
does.
Oh my gosh, there's too much cheese.
Pequods.
too much cheese.
The
Do you know
sauce,
how
it's a
long
sauce.
it takes your body to digest mozzarella cheese?
We forgot to say something about Jasmine. She is a workout-aholic.
That's a lot.
Yeah, thin crust for sure. I mean, that is my go-to. I mean, you can't compare.
Awesome. So now we're done with the this or that. What is your dish that sells the most at your shop?
Good question.
At your cuisine, your high cuisine.
Oh, come on. Obviously, jibaritos, because that's what's known, which is a Chicago thing. But the queso frito with the tamarindo sauce, los pastelillos. Well, there's a fight because pastelillo, some people call them panadilla in Puerto Rico. So, like,
Right, the
we call them,
empanada
we call them pastelillo from where I come from. But hey, to each his own. Los pastelillos, they sell lots. And la malanga, the mashed roux is like people order it all the time.
That's interesting because I don't remember what I ate. I know it was not a jibarito because
And
I wanted to
yeah.
stay away from the jibaritos
Yeah.
because we eat them over here on Division a lot.
Yeah.
So I know I know my dish. If I could remember clearly, which I can't.
So it's pollo al ajillo. We have pollo al ajillo. We got
Might
the
have been
chuleta frita. We have we got hummus de gandules, which is kind of like a twist to hummus.
That's kind of cool. I was gonna say that because you mentioned you have like vegetarian dishes and
so we
like
got
vegan.
portobello. So we do portobello mushrooms. We do impossible meat.
I like that because it's like a healthier option.
Yeah,
for
and
Puerto Rican
we
food.
season it in a way that people like.
I love that.
People love
I
it.
can't go eat with her.
No, I still like to enjoy my food. I just had like a burger, but that's like nice to have options because it doesn't always have to be so terrible when you eat. Like,
And everything we make everything in house. Like now the bread pudding is a good seller with the raspado de coco. So I make the ice cream by hand. It's coconut ice cream.
yes,
So we have a little bit. I'm making it more like now we're doing like berenjena frita. We got the sopa de plátano is.
that sounds fire.
It's like it's been selling a lot because you don't see that.
Sopa de plátano.
Yeah,
I'm trying to picture it.
plantain soup.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, right.
I'm trying to.
he's like, let me say
It's
it
like-
in English.
Right. Mira, este no sabe. No, I'm just trying to figure out how it's going to.
How it so
Is it mashed?
No, so we take the green plantain and we make it in a stew with chicken stock and we put all these other ingredients. And then when the plátano, it's in a way that's already like a little soft, and then we just like put in the food processor.
Okay.
So it comes out like creamy.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Oh,
it's
so it's
very-
like a creamy
yeah,
soup.
yeah.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah,
That sounds like something you would eat like if you're sick or if it's cold outside and you need like something like,
But but when you're inside, but when you're inside the restaurant, you're like, you just want to try it. You want to try it because you don't feel that it's cold outside or it's not, whatever,
I'm going to try it.
Your menu
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
like very like there's so much going on in it,
Well,
right?
the thing is like people ask me all the time, why don't you have this? Why you don't have that? First of all, we're a small place, so we have a small kitchen, so we got to work with what we have. So.
Yeah, for sure.
So, what can I? I'm gonna throw it off.
Well, I want to ask.
So you serve drinks too, right?
Yeah, we have 15 craft cocktails,
Ooh.
and they all have a different name. So you can find Playita, El Yunque, Calle Loíza. So the reason I put those names on those drinks is because they have a special meaning to me.
Okay. I
So,
like that.
yeah.
I like that. Are they like all like a certain type of alcohol that you put
No,
in them?
it's all rum based.
Oh, it's all rum.
Yeah.
All
So
rum.
we use all the puree, all the fruits that are used in La Isla. We make juice. We have a culantro mango drink. We have a guava. We got passion fruit. We got tamarindo.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I was trying to bring up the restaurant so you can see the picture.
Oh, okay.
You can see
Yeah,
exactly what it is because it's amazing. In fact, we're about to put one of his dishes right about here. Right here, we have one of his dishes. You guys are not going to see it.
I know.
It's gonna be. I like how they both looked around. Oh, what a great interview! What a great interview! In fact, I'll let you do it.
You
Go ahead,
got
if you
me.
can see it.
You got me.
That's not it.
Okay.
I typed
You're
the
just
wrong
showing me
thing.
the-
Yeah. So what are you looking? What's going to happen in the next 5 years? What do you want for the next 5 years to happen with you, your life, the restaurant, de todo,
De todo.
de todo?
I said that I didn't want it to expand, but if I had the opportunity to expand, I will do it. Now this time I will go to Humboldt Park.
I think you should. I really think you should.
I will go to where it all started.
Yeah.
You know, I think that more than ever now, we need something like that over there. That's my goal in 5 years. Like, I want us, you know, one of our other goals is to be Michelin recommended, which we're working hard to do that. So, you know, win awards and keep putting our you know, our Puerto Rican cuisine up there, where it needs to be.
And sometimes these festivals need to see something different. I would like to say that. Earlier we had Yusuf Morales from the Milwaukee Puerto Rican Festival here. I would have had loved. He tried to stay here a little bit, but he had to leave. I would have loved for him to talk to you and see the kind of food that you do, because I know he would have had that maybe for his VIPs. You know what I'm saying? Because it's VIP stuff. Did you see it?
Yeah. This is
It's
nice.
some good stuff, right?
I don't know who's there, but I mean, if I could, I'll travel an hour and a half.
It's an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ay, perdón.
If you go like 60 miles, maybe 80 miles an
But
hour.
no, yeah, I want to keep putting our name out there. I want to not only Marina's but our cuisine. You know, like I want it. Puerto Rican cuisine should be up there, like with American food or whatever, elevated, and just not have that typical, oh, it's all fried food.
Sure.
It's just street food. No, we got a lot of shit to offer.
Yeah, and it is fried food, and it's really good fried food too.
Yeah.
Just
Don't
let
get
the
me
people
wrong.
out
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
But you know,
But there's
gotta
the
show 'em.
other side to it.
yeah, we got to show them what we could do.
Yeah.
Because in Puerto Rico now, the food industry in Puerto Rico right now, it's like, wow, it's just rocketing.
Yeah.
You know, like you have restaurants right now that are James Beard nominated and stuff like that, which you know how.
That's good.
Uh,
I guess one day will happen. I guess, right?
Eric is throwing names out there. He's throwing names out there.
yeah. Hey, if anybody hears, come on, check out the restaurant. I'm just kidding.
What I know I'm gonna visit again because I love the food.
thank you.
I'm trying to find, maybe I'll Uber there and won't have to drive. But get there early enough. Find some parking. It's worth finding parking. It's worth walking in. It will transform your eyes from the outside to the inside. It's a whole different place, and the ambiance is beautiful. The presentation of the food is beautiful, and most importantly, the food tastes phenomenal. So I tell everybody, I will tell everybody, show up. Try it once, you'll try it twice,
Yeah.
and you'll try it a lot more times, and you'll tell your friends about it.
Yeah. No, and thank you. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. Thank you for interviewing me. No, this was great. You know, this was great. So thank you for making me open up and talk.
Yeah.
What I shouldn't be talking.
He made me do it.
Yeah.
No, people I'm 100% sure that people are going to see this, and they're gonna have heart, and they're gonna show up just to see one, because we're talking about the food. That's great, but they see your heart, and that's important.
Yeah.
Let's build relationship. Let's build community.
Yeah.
I don't care that it's all the way over there. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not like that. I'm not about that. I'm not like just because I'm in Uptown. I don't want to be part of
Yeah,
community.
you're still who you are.
I just at that time that was beneficial for me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
We're knocking down walls, and we're building more bridges.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And we could see the heart that you have in the restaurant that you made. You know, like you made each name for the drinks like special to you. The name of the restaurant special to you. The food that you make special to you. You're like, I'm in the kitchen too, and I'm running the business too. Like everything's like you. It's your heart.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, it's good.
Jasmine, you're good.
Yeah,
You're
you
good
should.
at this.
Yeah, you should change professions.
No, she can keep her day job. This doesn't pay that well. I got no checks for her.
You're like, give me the money.
That's a good one. Okay, she's funny. I give it to her. So do me a favor. Can you look at that camera right over there? Tell people where they could find you.
Yeah, so we are at 4554 North Magnolia in Uptown. So it's Wilson and Magnolia. You can find us on social media, on Instagram, Marina Bistro Chicago. And our website is marinasbistrochicago.com.
Okay. So there's an Instagram, right?
Yeah.
So is there one for you? If people would just want to tap into you and get to know you better. Believe me, they follow.
Body Boy 01.
The Body Boy.
Body Boy
That's
01.
funny.
That on Instagram, yeah. Oh my God. Come on. Pieces.
You're going to see how packed your place gets.
That reminds me of like when you're making your email when you're like 10 years old. And then you're like, bigbootyjuicy.com, yahoo.com. And then you go to your interview and you're like 30 and they're like, what's your email? You're like,
Big booty.
Yeah,
that.
Body Boy 01. I'm like, what the fuck? That was like,
Yeah.
this is a
That was
long
okay, right?
time.
Now I'm like, should they see that one?
I know.
Maybe not that one.
No, okay.
Eso está bien.
Yeah.
Está bien, es tuyo, ¿verdad?
Yeah,
Es la
mío,
familia y
yeah.
la gente tuya.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yo,
okay.
yeah.
We were having fun at this on this podcast. Well, I just want to tell you thank you for being on the show. Oh, we were going to do something for the viewers, right?
Oh, yeah. If you come by and you say Flava, right? Flava.
That's right, flavor.
I'll get you a free flan, just for showing up. So,
You got to say flavor. Don't say you know me.
No.
Or you know Jasmine. You got to say flavor.
yeah, you can't say you know me.
Because I don't know you.
No, I don't know you.
When you say flavor, he's going to hook you up with a free
Yeah,
flan
absolutely.
with your food. You can't just get the flan by itself, right?
Yeah. You gotta order. You gotta spend coins,
That's right.
and then you get the free flan. So,
And a flan delicioso.
claro, hecho por mí. I mean, we do everything in house.
Let's go.
Yeah, so.
Love it.
What are the times for your place?
So we are open Tuesday through Sundays. Now we're gonna be open from 4 to 10 every day, and then Saturdays, Sundays, and noon to 10.
Okay. I was just trying to find out if we could go.
Yeah.
Ready to go eat?
I know.
Yeah, right.
So,
Yeah, we're still open today. So.
Okay.
Perfect.
Are you going to work today or no?
Yes.
Are you going to relax?
No, there's no relax.
Last time
Yeah,
I'm just saying. Last time I went, you were not there.
Oh,
probably on break.
I don't know what I was doing, but yeah, I gotta go back to the restaurant.
Okay. And I want to give a shout out to the one that really has to leave right now. She's in the rush. Jasmine, thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you so much for just me asking and you saying, okay, I'll try that out. I'll try something new.
Of course. I'm always ready to talk.
I think
It's good.
you did a phenomenal job today.
Oh,
did.
thank
Thank you,
you.
thank you.
I appreciate that.
you.
And it was so nice
Natural.
meeting you. I love it. I love
Likewise,
it.
it comes out natural.
Thank you.
Awesome,
I love
awesome.
it.
Well, this is your boy Los, and
Jasmine.
we are out. Hey, so we got one more thing for you,
Okay.
and it's because you, sir, have flavor.
Oh. Okay.
Mira eso, mira eso.
Mira para allá.
Mira para allá.
Adobo.
Adobo. ¿Qué tú haces?
Oh, I thought he was gonna taste
I
it.
gotta smell it.
Oh, you could.
It's
What
good.
does this smell
Okay.
like?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I never sniffed adobo in my life. What? Like, I mean, you smell it, but I never.
So
like,
what do you let her know? What are you smelling
Yeah,
for?
what are you smelling?
Just to see the ingredients and how original it is.
Ooh.
See, like, like, I'm not gonna say. But yeah, some brands are like has too much like processing.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. And we are out one more time. We're out.